guys, I'm Emma Leith and I'm with Love Crafts to show you how to work the C2C corner to corner in the round. We're going to be using a 6mm hook and the Simply Chunky paint box yarns. Let's get going. So we're going to start with a chain 7. So if you're used to the C2C pattern, you'll be thinking of a chain 6, but because we're working in the round, we need to do chain 7. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to work our first treble crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So that's 1, 2, 3. So into here, our 4th chain, we're going to work our first treble crochet. I like to keep everything nice and loose for this. So that's our first treble crochet. So we have 2 posts now. We have the chain 3 post and the treble crochet post. So let's make our next treble crochet into the next chain. So this is our second. We're going to be working 4 in total. So that's our second treble. We're going to work 2 more trebles. 1, yarn over, through 2. Oh, let's split. Let's do that one again. It does that sometimes. Here we go, yarn over, in, through 2, through 2, and our final treble into the very first chain that we made. Oop. Here we go. And that's it. We're finished. I'm going to cast off, just yarn over and pull it through. And what you have are 5 posts. We have 4 trebles, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have the chain 3 that we began with, which is our 5th post. And for this, we're going to be working into the first and the last post, always. So into this space in between there, so that we reveal just the 3 trebles. Okay, so round 2, we're changing colour. We change colour every round for this pattern. So I'm starting with a slip knot on my hook. So you remember that chain 3 that we started with here? We skipped the first 3 chains and went into the 4th, made our first treble. So in this space here, we're going to cast on our new colour with a slip knot like that. We're on. So now we're chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So into this same space, always this same space, working over the chain 3, we're going to work 3 trebles. 1, 2, and 3. So this gives us 4 posts, but we actually want 5. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to join it with a slip stitch into this space so that we're bringing our work back down to here, ready for our next block. So this is the first block completed. So let's just show you how that looks. I'm going to sew the tails in a minute, but just to show you, we have our foundation block and we've worked over this piece here so that we have our chain 3, 3 trebles and a chain 3 to join it here. So the next one we do, block 2, is going to come along and it's going to join up here. Let's go. So now we're chaining 6 for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a little bit like the foundation block in that we're going to work in our 4th chain from the hook. So we're counting backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're doing our first treble into this one here. That's our first treble, so you can see we have 2 posts. Oh, second treble. And our last one is in here. Did you see that just there? Very last treble. Okay, so we have our second block and we have 4 posts for this because it's joining onto the first foundation block. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we want to do is we need to slip stitch into this space. Remember I showed you at the beginning, we have the 2 spaces. This is the the space we're slipping into here, slip stitch, and you can see why we need to sew the tails in a minute. So that's block number 2. So we have the foundation block 1, block 2, and here's block 3, exactly the same as we did for this one. So we're chaining 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 trebles into this space here. This is our first treble. So you can see it's beginning to take shape. 1, 2, and 3. And just like we had for the first block, we need to chain 3 and join it with a slip stitch back in to this space here. 1, 2, 3. Into here. Little slip stitch. So that is our 4th block foundation. 1, 2, 3. So we have one more block to make here, and it's going to be exactly the same as we did for this one. So we're going to start with a chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into our 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. So into here, we're going to do our first treble crochet, which gives us 2 posts. Second treble crochet into the next chain here. 2. And then our last treble crochet here. And just like we did earlier, we need to join it. It's what's lovely about this is it kind of wants to do it. It tells you where to go. Okay, we need to slip stitch back into this space here to join it together, and we shall cast off, and then we're going to sew our ends in. And I really recommend that for this project you sew your ends in as you go, because there's a lot of ends. We're changing colour every round, so it's a good thing to do. Cast off. Okay, let's sew these in.